My name is Sophie Scott, and today I'm going to be talking about a case of intrusion from Chapter 6 for my real world application for Chapters 4, 5, and 6. For this discussion, I chose an article titled Erin Andrews Receives $55 Million Award in Invasion of Privacy Case. I found this article on bingelaw.com, and it was written on March 11th, 2016. This article involves a case with Erin Andrews, and she's an ESPN media reporter. And Erin was staying in a Marriott hotel in Nashville. And while she was staying at that hotel, Michael David Barrett, who was a known stalker of her, tampered with the peephole of her hotel room and recorded a secret video of her naked. Michael then released this video online in 2009. Michael Barrett was also previously convicted in an earlier sentence for stalking Mrs. Andrews, and he was sentenced 2.5 years in prison for that. So Erin's ended up suing both the stalker and the hotel for emotional damage, and as well as the video. And the Michael Barrett was found to be 51% at fault, while West End Hotel Partners, the hotel owner, Windsor Capital Group, and the hotel management company were deemed 49% at fault for this incident, and they were ultimately liable for $26.95 million in this lawsuit. I found that the distributed liability in this case was most interesting, and I think that settling this incident justifies the court's, or that the settling of this incident justifies the court's decision to hold the hotel liable, as well as holding Mr. Barrett liable. And the court deemed the hotel liable because of the 3 mistakes that they made from a liability standpoint. The first one was that Mr. Barrett called the hotel and asked if Mrs. Andrews was staying, and the hotel confirmed that yes, she was a guest. Then he asked if he could book the hotel room next to Mrs. Barrett's, or next to Mrs. Andrews, and the hotel booked the room he requested. And lastly, the hotel should have called Mrs. Andrews to verify that she was expecting him to stay next to her, and given her and for her to give them permission that he could stay there. And none of this was ever conveyed to her. And since a hotel serves as a safe harbor for individuals or families that could possibly be involved with domestic abuse and things of that nature, this case is a major victory for privacy rights. I also consider this a big victory for privacy rights beyond a home setting. As a young female, it can sometimes be really scary to go to new places alone and stay overnight places. So knowing that the hotel, or that the court picked that or decided that the hotel should be liable for privacy rights, I think is a big win. It makes me feel a little bit better about staying at new places, I guess. Makes me feel kind of like I have an advocate out there for me. But I think that this form of intrusion is really important to be talked about, and I wish that the book would have touched on maybe a case like this or a case similar to this, because it is a form of media, and the video that was obviously posted online, that's out there. And I think that, or I wish that the book touched a little bit more on maybe online videos as a form of media and things of that nature, because I think that there are many cases that we could learn from in that category. But yeah, really interesting cases. I really liked these chapters, and I really like learning about the celebrities and things like that, and their privacy rights. So pretty fascinating stuff.